Welcome, Dweebs and Weebs, to another episode of Dweebs and Weebs. Now with more homemade lasagna.
I don't want to do this episode.
No one never does.
I don't want to do this episode.
No one wants to hear this episode.
I don't want to do this episode.
No one wants to do this episode, but we're going to do it
I don't
anyways.
want to do this episode.
You're the one who chose to do this shit, dude.
No, I didn't. You subjected this on me.
How?
This is your fault.
I'm sorry, did I say, yo, wait there, you know what you should do? You should watch all the Crunchyroll original anime.
No, but you're the one that recommended me.
I did not.
No. Let's not do this. Let's not. Who was the one that said I should start with the first one? Who was the one that said that if the list would be whatever video I made would be more integral if I started with the first one and then go from release? I was the one that was like, I was just gonna start with whatever the fuck. You were like, no. If you want to do it, you want to make it proper, you want to have integrity in the video, then you should start from the first one that they made. And you should go from there, from first release to last release. I just wanted to go with whatever the fuck I want. Just start on a random one and start on whatever. You are the one that would have insisted that I start on the first one. I could admit it would have delayed the inevitability of me getting to this, but at the very fucking least, I wouldn't be living with this now. In this moment of time, I wouldn't be living with this knowledge that I do now. So you can go fuck yourself. I was gonna say a bad word.
You're gonna say a bad word?
I was gonna say a bad word. I stopped myself.
Wait. What bad word?
It's. I'll tell you later. I was gonna say a very bad word. I was gonna say a gamer word. I was gonna say a very bad gamer word. Also, why are you on your phone?
Oh, I wanted to reveal something to you.
Alex,
while part of the first
Alex.
order of releases for Crunchyroll Originals, High Guardian Spice is not and has never been the first Crunchyroll original.
So you just lied to me.
No,
so you just lied to me. No, that's what I got from that. You just lied to me.
I stretched the truth.
No,
which was that it was the first Crunchyroll
fuck you.
In-house original.
You, I swear to God, if I know... Okay, first of all, what's the first original? Because I swear in my life, it's something that's good, and it's something that I know is actually pretty decent, I'm gonna get so mad at you. If you subverted me from doing something, from watching something good, I'm actually gonna get pissed at you.
If I'm not wrong, I actually think that God of High School or Freak Angels were the first, but I'm trying to check that right now.
I hate you. I hate you so much. I hate you. I hate you with a fucking burning passion. I genuinely do. First of all, if you haven't gathered from what we're talking about, we're talking about High Guardian Spice today because this bald bitch decided to subject me to this, and then I watched the entire thing, and it was one of the worst anime watching experience I've had in my entire life. Worse than Vampire Night, worse than Neo Gyokyo, worse than the Momocon-chan, whatever the fuck, it was like a 5-episode anime. It was worse than that. Not as bad as the line of Redo a Healer and Boku no Pico, but that's aggressive. I couldn't finish either of those for very ethical reasons.
What? You couldn't finish either of which ones for ethical reasons?
Redo a Healer.
Uh-huh.
Well, not ethical, I just couldn't take it. I really legitimately couldn't.
Okay, that's different from not being able to finish it because of ethical reasons.
And then Boku no Pico, which I feel like I can't finish because of ethical reasons. Because that one is
If it was about ethical reasons, you should never sure started it.
I didn't know what it was!
The damage has already been done. You should probably finish that off.
No. Because I only went through half the episode until I realized what the fuck was happening. And I was like, oh, wait a minute. This is not what I thought this was. It's one of those, I was early in my anime years and I got fucking tricked hardcore into watching that.
It's kind of like when your friends in elementary school or middle school. For me, it was middle school. For you, it was probably elementary school. Recommend you go to, visit the Lemon Party on website. Where they said, look at this cool stunt video. It's called 2 Girls, 1 Cup.
Oh, for me, it was 3 Guys, 1 Hammer.
What the fuck is that?
Do I even go into detail with Three Guys One Hammer
No,
in this?
no, I don't think so. Based on this conversation, no.
Yeah, I was saying like Three Guys
Do
One Hammer
not.
is very brutal. Like that's a lie. Like that's honestly it makes Two Girls One Cup look very tame.
I'm eating food.
Okay, fair.
No, I'm done. You know, I managed to go this far in my life without ever having actually seen either, like, Two Girls, One Cup or
Like
Lemon
you
Party.
haven't seen Two Girls One Cup?
Never. I know what happens in it because I've heard it described so many times. I've heard people complain about it so much about.
We have to show.
I've never seen. No.
We have to show.
No, we do not.
We have to show.
I have gone this long. I've gone 20 years.
I'm gonna tell everyone. We're gonna force you to watch
No.
it. You have to. You can't be a millennial and not have watched it.
I absolutely can't.
You need to share the trauma.
No.
Okay,
How about this? I'll watch it after I lose my virginity. How about that?
That's never gonna happen.
Exactly.
You fucking bitch. Oh my god.
That makes such a good monk.
Oh, you know what? That's not wrong. If it makes you feel better.
No, nothing you say. Nothing you say is meant to make me feel any better about any of this. I don't like.
The creator came out of that and actually did an interview saying that the
Wait. The creator of what? Because there could be a couple things we're talking about. Which one? Boku no Pico? Alright, go on.
He came out and it was just like, listen, so the initial viewing of...
Can I finish eating this while listening to this? Continue.
So the initial viewing, the initial visual of what happens is real, but the consumption of said visual is fake.
Okay.
So while when we first see it, that's real. He really, like that is straight real.
So based on context, I'm assuming you mean the defecation is real.
I tried to make it vague.
And the consumption of the defecation is fake?
Yeah.
I'm curious now. How did he say he faked this achievement? Because I had always assumed this video was very intimate. So hard to fake because of that intimacy.
Well, like no one. So like it's obviously it was like early 2000s, so no one really, understood certain editing aspects. But going back, it is highly possible because there is the like the point where they do it, but then there's a hard cut, like a hard cut fade.
Okay, then that's easy.
Yeah. So that's why it's like, oh, this is actually possible.
I always assumed it was like an all-in-one take.
No. This is like it's like it is like I think it's like a minute and a half, but like
I'll be honest, based off its description, I always thought it was like a home video. Like someone like left a camera.
Oh no! This is
they did it.
Oh no! This
was like a professional.
Yeah, this was like the pornos where like they have the couches and shit like that, like the casting couch.
Sure.
That was like that. I feel like
no, it wasn't. But I get what you mean.
No, that's what it was.
Who the fuck would ever believe that bullshit? No.
I'm telling you the truth. I am telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth.
Two Girls, One Cup is a casting video.
No, I'm talking about like
it's an intro level porno.
Okay, no. When I didn't know, I'm not saying intro level porno, but I'm saying like the setting that they were in. It was like a casting couch area, like a casting couch room. You can look at it and be like, oh, this is like a casting couch room. Not intro level, but it was like it looked like a casting couch room. We have spent way too much time on this for the podcast.
Why are we talking about this?
I forgot how we got.
How did High Guardian Spice bring us to Two Girls, One Cup?
You know what's sad? I'd rather talk about that than High Guardian Spice, honestly. It's far more interesting. You know what's sad? That's not even, I don't think that's even the worst thing I've seen. I've seen someone gape someone's asshole and eat cereal out of it.
Did they take like a muscle relaxant? Like
No, so there's a
how do they stay gaped that
so
long?
there's a device that forcibly spreads your ass. Something cereal and Fruit Loops in it. You see someone with like a spoon eating out of it.
While it's being forcibly
stretched.
Why did you view this?
It wasn't my choice.
Listen, you got far enough into it. It was by choice.
No, the start was that. The start was that. Like it was the
start was the eating.
Yes. It was like 3 seconds, and the asshole was already gaped. The cereal was already in there, and it was just the girl just in mid eating.
Why are we talking about this?
I don't know.
This is not the weird fucking disgusting fetish cast. If
this is your intro to this podcast, I swear to God, this is not how we are. We are far more tame than
You're
this.
right, it's not how we are, it's who you are.
Hey, I could dig up some shit with you, so don't you start.
I'd be happy to.
No, oh my God, fuck it. Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome to Dweebs and Weebs, finally, where we might talk about something weebish and not squeamish.
I like that. I give you credit for that. You make me laugh.
Yeah.
Well,
right. It's either that or cry. So you know.
I'm gonna be completely honest with you, though. It's something. I think we should just cut. I think we should just cut out the. What is it? What would we call it? Oh, the what we were watching this week. I think we should just go straight into animes.
Well, you know. I didn't finish anything, but I watched some things apparently.
No.
Yeah.
I feel like it just takes so long.
Okay, just real quick, just Machine Gun Out. What did you watch? Just titles. No opinions.
Okay.
Fuck your opinions. Fuck you and your opinions. No. We'll be back after these messages.
No, I was you said fuck my opinion, so I'm like, alright, well, fuck me on this podcast.
Oh, I thought you were going to take a shit.
I'm not taking a shit.
I thought you were about to go take a dump.
No, that sad was not because my booty was hurting.
I thought I was about to smell something.
No.
You were like, ooh. I was like, oh God, he just like shat himself in that chair.
No, that was not my booty hurting. That was my heart hurting because you hurt my feelings.
Fuck your feelings. What the fuck did you and your feelings watch? You pathetic little bitch. Well, don't.
I'm sorry. Okay, I watched My Happy Marriage. I finished My Happy Marriage.
Oh shit, I haven't finished it, but I watched some of that.
It's about a 9.
Jesus.
What?
That's fucking high.
Yeah, I fucking love that show. I feel like it loses it a little bit towards the end.
We'll do something about that later.
What the fuck? What you mean?
We'll cover it on an episode.
You don't think it's a 9, do you?
We'll cover it on an episode.
You don't think it's a fucking 9, don't you?
We'll cover it on an episode.
I might have to force myself.
How good was the finale?
That's why it's a 9.
If the finale was and I'm already feeling the way I am,
you're trash.
I don't even think it's
You're trash. You don't understand what love is.
I think
you don't understand what love is. Oh, we got to do an episode.
I have not finished it.
We have to do it
right now. Where I'm at is like a
trash.
7.
You're trash.
And honestly, I think it goes down half a point every episode. It doesn't match the first 4 episodes.
You are trash. You are pure fucking trash. You are You are a godforsaken human being. I don't know. This is coming from the man who apparently fucking loves romance, reads all the mangaka romance animes, reads all the rom-coms. Oh man, all the rom-coms, that's all fucking the same. Quintessential quintuplets. You don't know romance if you like quintessential quintuplets. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
This is us not talking about our opinions. This is us going just titles, nothing else.
This is your fault.
What else have you watched?
You had a different.
What else have you watched?
I'm not gonna lie. We're too deep into this shit, so I don't care. You are a bad person.
Listen, maybe I'll love it. Maybe I'll change my mind. Maybe I'm mistaken.
No, you're just.
What else did you fucking watch?
Fuck you. Your life flashing before my... What? That doesn't make sense.
You watched my life flashing before your eyes?
That doesn't make sense.
I mean, that's it. That'd be interesting.
That doesn't make... Okay,
How'd you feel about my early childhood? I've always wanted to get in a more objective, third-party opinion study
you got fucked. You got fucked. I didn't understand why a lot of the shit that you are the way you are. I don't blame you. How you not in therapy longer, I don't understand, honestly.
You know, despite me going to therapy for family therapy and for other people, I've never actually attended therapy for myself.
I feel like we're getting a bit too personal here. Anyways, the anime
I really should. I'm pro therapy. I don't get why I haven't actually. Other than group therapies, I've never attended therapy for myself.
Anime.
Even during that,
this is why I hate
suicides in high school. It was always group.
This is why I hate doing this.
One of the ones performing the therapy.
This is why I don't want to do this because we get sidetracked on so many fucking things.
What else have you watched?
Okay, I'm trying to think.
Baki. We watched Baki together.
Oh, we did watch Baki.
Yeah, us and Zero watched Baki together.
That's fucking amazing. Realistically, I've always saw clips, and I saw, funny enough. First of all, TikTok is super aggressive and abrasive about what it recommends.
That's true. TikTok is super aggressive and abrasive about everything. Point blank. But it's a garbage platform.
But
I'm glad the Chinese have all your data.
We post on there, dude.
Do?
Yes.
We're part of the problem. We're bad people.
I mean, to be fair, that's not wrong, but yeah. Actually, I don't know what else to say on that. If I'm being completely honest, yeah.
TikTok, China.
Bing Ling. That's a meme. It's 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 a meme.
I'm sure.
Do you not know about the Bing Ling? Wait, do you actually know now about Bing Ling? Bing Ling.
I'll be honest, I didn't know it was an Asian thing.
Yeah, it's Mandarin.
Mandarin is Chinese.
So the animes I watched.
It's one of two.
So the animes I watched. I'm digging myself. I'm digging myself in a hole. Okay, listen. I'm digging myself in a hole. Let me get out.
Is it not?
I'm digging myself.
Not one of the two.
It is, but I'm digging myself into a hole because I'm ignorant. Now let me fucking talk about anime. Let me talk about Japanese people.
Okay. You know, by volume, most anime is.
I'm going to fucking kill you. Also, that's Korea. You're thinking about the wrong Asians.
I know. I was just gonna say it's still not Japanese because by volume,
shut up.
Majority.
This is why I don't like doing things, Alex.
Okay. What's the next title? You did.
I said
you did My Happy Marriage. You did Baki.
Oh wait, no. Okay, no. I wanted to talk about the TikTok thing because it made sense when I was watching it. Because I saw someone make a TikTok about Baki and be like, "No, you can see clips, but like you won't truly understand the insanity that Baki does." Unless you literally watch it. And he was describing no, the narrative, the narrator will literally explain to you, give you a whole ass backstory on just a single punch. And I never knew how real that was until I watched those couple of episodes we did. I'm like, wow. No, yeah, that man will just explain the whole narrative of the whole history of a punch. That's how insane this show is. If you haven't watched Baki, please watch Baki. I'm not even finished with it, and that fucking shit's amazing.
It's a pretty trash show.
You are horrible.
I love watching
Why are you like
because
this?
It's garbage.
Why are you like this? Why do you hate yourself? Why can't you enjoy things?
I enjoy watching it.
Why can't you enjoy things?
Bad.
See, that's another show we're gonna have to do now because we've been agreeing way too much. Like you know what I've noticed. You know what the episodes that are always the most boring to me is when we always agree on shit because we don't ever have anything to talk about.
Well, thankfully we seem to have a lot of disagreements this week.
Yeah, apparently because you're a fucking trash human being that can't enjoy anything because you're not happy, you're fucking stressed for school, and you're fucking ready to get like 3 hours of fucking sleep. You fucking suck, stuff, and you're fucking trash. You were trash. You don't like cool fights. You don't like love. What do you like? Depression. That's why you like Silver Spoon. Because you like depression.
If I like depression,
that's why you like Made in Abyss. Because you like depression. Okay, I'm not doing Made in Abyss like that. That's unfair. I like
if I like depression, why I like My Happy Marriage, it seems to be pretty literally depression covering.
Bro, in the beginning, but then you see the love flirt. Love wins, Alex.
Does it?
Yes. Yeah, love wins.
We'll cover that on later.
You know what this is gonna be a Yuri on Ice. You're gonna ruin it for me, so I won't be able to fucking watch it, and it's gonna make me sad and depressed. And it's not the first time.
Yuri on Ice is fine. I love it.
No, it's not. Bitch is a groomer, and I can't get it out of my fucking mind.
He's not. He doesn't groom in a.
The Republicans are right. The gays are just pushing the agenda. We're never getting fever.
Okay.
We're never getting.
What else have you watched? What else have you watched? I don't get why this is so hard for you. What else have you watched? What else?
What's wrong? Don't fuck with my hair. Even though.
What else have you watched?
Oh, I've been watching Juju. Shit's good.
Ah, shit! I still need.
Good.
I need to watch Juju too.
It's good. Juju's very good. Been watching Zom 100.
Oh yeah, I started that shit too.
It's on hiatus right now, unfortunately.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, it's good though.
It's okay. It's giving the dub time to catch up.
Tried to watch Nier Automata, and I really like the dub, and I'm trying to watch the fucking dub because it sounds like Tubi's voice American, but it doesn't fucking want to finish.
And now you need to wait for the dub to catch up.
Yeah.
This is why
sometimes I just fucking
knowing Yoko Taro. I said pointing to my Yoko Taro shelf that no one can actually see or read. It's the top one.
Oh, okay.
If he has anything to do with the writing of the anime, it will probably be worth watching in both sub and dub. So I'll just watch the sub in the meantime.
I mean, we'll have to go over it because obviously that's like one of our favorite games of. Well, I don't know. Actually, for you at this point, I don't know if it's one of your favorite games.
It's one of my favorite games. Well,
it's
one of my favorite games. It's one of the most important games of all time.
Okay, fair.
I mean, I love the Drakengard Nier series so much. I have as many of the published works of Yoko Taro that I can get my hands on, given that I'm so poor. I even have multiple copies of some of them because I was afraid there may be slight differences because I saw that they came out with different colored strings as their bookmarkers.
Oh, geez,
so I have both the first edition, what is the actual title?
Wait, no, I don't give a fuck. Wait, we're supposed to stop. Fuck it.
The Strange Works of Yoko Taro, as well as a more recent edition of The Strange Works of Yoko Taro.
We can't do this anymore.
This is all on you, dude.
This takes too long. You're the one that's looking at the fucking books. I can talk about fucking how the fucking dub isn't coming out. It's fucking pissing me off.
You actually did.
Or it isn't coming out fast enough.
Yeah, I know.
Sounds frustrating.
Yeah.
Okay.
What else did you watch?
Finished Bleach, second season.
Second season?
Yeah.
Wait, am I ahead of you in Bleach?
No. Oh, sorry. The second season of the 1,000-Year Blood War. So that of the last like arc. It's weird how they're doing it. Yeah. Like it's not like a Dragon.
Not really season 2.
I know it's not actually season 2. It's just whatever. Fuck you. It's not. It's part 2. There you go. Part 2 of 1,000-Year Blood War. It's part 2.
There we go. That's
part
what
2.
you said.
Yes, it's part 2. There we go. Part 2. It's part 2. I liked it. I have one major gripe with it that's fucking annoying me, and you're not there yet, so we can't talk about it. But it's just annoying me.
I mean, I'm nowhere near there.
Yeah, I know.
I'm still like in the finale of the bounce arc. It's just been so long since
I don't want to hear Browns. I don't want to hear Browns. I don't want to hear about Browns.
Listen, it's their fault.
I don't care. I don't want to hear it.
They made the single worst name for vampires in the history of all anime, which is impressive because anime has some shit fucking vampire terminology.
I don't disagree.
Bounce.
Listen, I do not disagree.
Bounce.
I don't disagree. Do you think I'm happy that I have that Bleach has a worse name for vampires than Vampire Night? Do you know how much that pisses me the fuck off? Bounce. I don't know why Tight Kubo approved of that, but that was so fucking trash. And the art's not even canon, which makes me even more frustrated. I'm so mad. Anyways, fuck it. I don't care. I don't care.
Bounce.
Whatever.
They're called fucking Bounce.
You know what? What
else have you seen?
You know what I need? You know what I might start doing? These might have to just be these might just have to be their own podcast.
What do you watch?
These because we can't with these, man.
I mean, you could make them like a segment that you put at the beginning. You could make like upload one video that's only like the 15 minutes of us covering that, and then the like 45-minute video can be the main topic, and just title them what they are. What we watched week of, and then the title of the actual episode afterwards. You just put them up together. I'm full of not bad ideas.
You're full of bad opinions, though.
We'll see about that.
Yeah, fucking.
We'll see about that. See about that when I destroy that show. I mean, when I say my opinions.
We might. I might throw fists at you. I hope you know that. I might throw fists. I am so in love with that. I am so in love with that couple. If you ruin me, you know what? If you ruin me, I might just walk out of this podcast. This podcast might be over. So, whatever we do with my happy marriage, it might be the last.
My favorite term to ruin anything for you is. It's power dynamics. What do you think the power dynamics between a indentured servant sold into another form of slavery and war master is?
We are not. I have so much to say on that. Because the fact that's what you took away from that show.
Listen,
the fact that's what you took away from that show.
It's not.
I'm so mad.
I'm just saying.
That makes me so mad.
Don't be myopic in your view of things. Sometimes beauty can be found in awful things. You might have to be one of those things.
I don't want to fuck with that.
Fuck with what?
I grabbed your sensor and I felt it. And I didn't want to fucking because that would be fucking painful. Listen to me. You don't understand. I am not like you. Most people don't like you. When you bring up something that's fucking not great, I can't process that in my mind because I just think of the bad. I just think of the bad. Why do you think I'm depressed? Okay. Why do you think I hate myself? Why do you think when I look at my bad, that's fucking bad? I look at it. I can't think of the bad. I can't get rid of the bad, Alex.
What else did you watch this week?
I'm going to fucking kill you. I can't do this anymore.
What else did you watch?
You're making me so frustrated.
What else did you watch?
I fucking hate you.
Mise, what else did you watch? So, what else did you watch this week?
I watched the ecchi. It was whatever. I mean, it's,
what ecchi?
It's called Tempura. I don't fucking care.
What is it?
Tempura.
Tempura?
Tempura.
Or Tempura?
Okay, it's called Temple, but like it's
wait, I actually think I've heard of this one. Tempura?
It's not the greatest. It's like kind of silly, but it's just like not the greatest. I've like brought this up a few times. Like 10 and then Puru, like P-U-R-U.
P-R-R?
P-U-R-U.
Okay.
It should be on Crunchyroll.
Oh, yeah, you've talked about this a couple times.
Yeah. It's
No One Can Live on Loneliness?
Yeah, it's whatever. It's whatever.
I thought I saw a trailer for that kind of like.
It's, like I said, it is an okay show. It's like, okay.
Said it's an ecchi? I thought it was just supposed to be a romantic comedy. I honestly didn't. If it's the one I'm thinking about, I didn't know it was an ecchi.
Which one is the one you're thinking about? Like, what's the? Do you know anything about the plot that you were thinking about?
No, it was a trailer for what looked like a romantic comedy.
I mean, like
the trailers for anime are like 45 seconds long. Sometimes it wasn't long.
Okay, yeah, all right, fair. I don't know, man, because like I sit there. And
what the hell?
Oh, Whoa, what the fuck?
Hey, what you doing with my architecture
I didn't
triangle?
know. I
What are
didn't
you
know.
doing? It's the triangle. Yeah, that.
Oh.
It's an architecture triangle. It's got multiple different forms of measurement on each of the sides, so let you compare, metric and imperial measurements for different things.
But no, Temputer, fucking I don't know. I mean, if it's a romantic comedy, it dwells into not doing it very well. I'm gonna be completely honest.
Well, that doesn't surprise me too much.
Yeah, like it starts.
Most romantic comedies are kind of crap these days.
Oh, okay, all right.
What they are?
No, I thought you were taking another dig at My Happy Marriage.
I would not call that a comedy.
That's what I was gonna.
That's a romantic tragedy.
So me getting into your mind, what I thought you were doing was that you thought the things that it did was so comedic that you could label it as a romantic comedy, because I feel like that's something that you would do as a joke.
Okay, that is some of the hardest projection I've ever heard. Are you okay?
No, I'm not. You ruined my life.
What sound?
What sound?
Oh, that might be it.
Yeah. Okay. I'm fucking with the tape. I'm trying to think of everything that I.
You want some Milky Way? It's Milky Way Midnight. Comes 2 for 1 in the package.
Where the fuck did you pull that out from? Where the fuck did you pull that out from? Where did you pull it out from?
Do you want Milky Way Midnight?
That's not what I asked!
You gotta keep at least 1 or 2 Milky Way Midnights in your weapon drawer at all times. I have another one.
I have so many questions. 1, why do you have a weapon drawer? 2, why do you keep Milky Ways in your weapon drawer? 3, why is candy near your weapons?
I have a weapon
and 4, aren't you diabetic? Why do you have that?
I have a weapon drawer at the entrance to my room so that no matter where I'm in the house, I can get to it more quickly than anywhere else in my room. And because I have a preference for leaving my door closed and locked at night anyways, it gives me time to get it out before I stop any home invasion or deal with any sounds, noises, or externalities to the house. It's just ideally positioned there. It's why it's right by the door. And it's technically not just weapons. It's also all the tools I need for a quick getaway. Face masks, hats, gloves, different tightnesses and warmths for if I need to run. We've got, hatchets, axes, sharpeners, throwing knives, pretty much everything except for I keep a machete underneath the pillow I sleep with. I keep a pellet gun underneath the mattress there. I keep a couple more pocket knives just everywhere. And a couple sheath knives everywhere too.
Okay. What did you watch? I don't want a Milky Way! Okay. What did you watch this week?
I watched The Aristocrats Otherworldly Adventure. It was garbage.
At least finish the title.
Crunchyroll doesn't finish it, and it's not worth finishing. It's a ... I'm just gonna stop there. The Great Cleric, the first 10 episodes. I think episode 11's probably been dubbed by now. It's meh. Reign of the Seven Spellblades. It's meh, but it's like meh, and it's with no in between. It kind of just bounces from like mid-high quality to low quality, and it has no real middle ground. And it's poorly constructed, but it's trying. It feels like a pretty bright kid writing poetry for the first time. It's kind of bad and cringe, but there's something in there.
It's like me.
But there's something in there.
To be fair, I have been published, so go fuck yourself. Continue.
Milky Way Midnight.
Continue, nigga.
What else have I watched? Nope. Oh, Reborn is a Vending Machine, episodes 1 through 4. Oh, Baki. We watched Baki together. And High Guardian Spice.
Yeah, that's the topic we're going to.
We had a lot of fun with those.
When we say what we're watching this week, we usually want to talk. We want to leave the thing that we watched that we're going to talk about for the most episode last to lead into it. So when you bring it up and still searching for stuff, it kind of defeats.
And Zomb 100.
It kind of defeats the purpose of leading into it. So fucking don't, bitch.
I saw some of the live action One Piece.
This is why I didn't want to do this podcast super late. This is gonna take forever. What did you do?
Oddly enough, I think I might appreciate it more when I do the anime, even though it's worse than the anime.
You think it's worse than the anime?
But I appreciate it more.
Yeah, okay.
It takes more effort to do what it does with any competency, and I will say that it is a fantastic adaptation. But it's a fantastic adaptation of One Piece. Polishing a turd only gets you a polished turd. I can appreciate a lot of the love and effort that went into its creation and how effectively they recreated a lot of things, and even how they call forward to a lot of things the anime never called forward to, and even the manga never called forward to, because they are allowed to have the time and effort to produce something that is just better than the sum of its parts in some ways. But it's, a turd polishing exercise only gets you a smooth ass piece of shit. So I respect it. I hope that studio does better things in the future.
Did you see they wanted like 12 seasons?
I can believe it. Believe it.
The wrong anime! Jesus!
I'd rather them have done that, though. I genuinely hope...
You just want kaiju battles. Let's be real here. You want to lead. You want it to get to a point where it wants to. You want kaiju battles.
First of all, Naruto would take so long to get to kaiju battles that it's not worth that investment. I just think if they did an adaptation of the first season or two of Naruto, that it would be better than the first season or two of Naruto. I would respect it more, and it would take something that has a lot of popularity and love and actually make it worth any of it.
All right, let's go. Let's go into the main thing before you get fucking shit on. Jesus Christ!
Oh look, it's One Piece. One piece of shit.
Can we get into the main sauce of the meal?
All right, what's the main sauce of the meal?
High Guardian Spice, and I don't want to fucking do it.
Did you know?
This show sucks. This show's terrible.
Did you know that High Guardian Spice was an anime we watched, and that I kind of enjoyed making other people watch that piece of shit.
Okay. I thought you were gonna say I kind of enjoyed it. I'm not gonna lie. I actually might have stopped the podcast because I'm like, I'm not doing this with you. I'll make my own review and you.
Don't worry. We'll get to the point where I say that unironically later.
You are. I at this point, this might, if you do something like this might actually be the podcast where I have to believe everything you say is just you being a contrarian. I genuinely have to. I genuinely have to. I
actually think you're gonna agree with me.
I don't think I am. I think it's just gonna be another aggressively heated thing that it just leads to just some more fighting. Good clips, maybe even viral clips if I actually post something. But fighting, lots of infighting. But anyways, this show's trash. First episode's god awful. It is by far one of the worst pieces of anime media I have ever seen. I realistically, I hesitate to even call this an anime for many reasons, mainly just out of respect for other anime. Cause golly gee, this is fucking. You want to talk about? You want to talk about polishing a turd? You get more turd. I wish.
There was no polishing.
I wish. I'm talking about like beforehand. There's all a couple of things. Like I saw what you meant with the characters, the background characters were not animated. They were just all fucking. But I saw that. I had to search hard. They made sure to fucking scrub some shit on never seeing any of the old clips, because by golly gee, right there, that's fucking Jesus. Oh my lord, it fucking. Also, there's a subreddit for this anime where people actually talk about the show positively.
Yes,
obviously,
I do.
Okay, obviously,
I do.
Okay,
I'm both
hold
aware and am aware of why it exists. I'm aware of its existence and why it exists.
Okay. I also found a High Guardian Spice YouTuber, and I'm baffled. I am baffled.
We'll get there.
Huh?
We'll get there. Don't worry. I'm going to drag you to the finish line of loving High Guardian Spice.
I'm gonna. If I do, it's gonna be kicking and screaming. I doubt it. But yeah, no. This show is fucking so much. It's awful. Animation is. It's just. It's almost non-existent. Like,
I wonder what rating I gave it on Mal. What rating would you give it? Just starting out with that.
Unironically 0. The only
can't give it a 0. Lowest score is a 1.
Then 1. If I could give it a 0,
really?
I would give it a 0.
You give it a 1?
I always try to find something legitimately redeeming about a show. And this show only has 2 aspects that are redeeming, but it can't. Those 2 things are just so minute to the gigantic pile of shit that the show is. I genuinely can't. It's the first 0 I give in anything. The 2 shows we rag on the most is fucking what? It's Neo Yokio and Vampire Knight.
Actually, realistically, it's My Hero Academia and Vampire and Neo Yokio.
The 2 shows I shit on the most is Neo Yokio and Vampire Knight, and I don't even give those 0s.
I can't wait for us to do X Arms next.
I'm not gonna lie, I might enjoy X Arms more than this show. I might enjoy X Arms more than this show. And at least, you know what? At least, sure, it's not the anime, but at least there's an aspect of X Arms that is good, which is the manga. Because I remember that night we looked at the show, we checked if it had a manga, and that manga was genuinely very beautiful. And we were baffled that someone fucked up so hard on that show. This show, though, this original fucking anime that they made, fucking sucks ass. It's trash, it's garbage, the writing was fucking horrible, the character development was almost non-existent and fucking negative to everything they wanted to try to do. It was so hand-fisted with some of the bullshit that it was trying to do. I don't know why. I'm not transphobic, but I don't know why you call it transition magic when in magic in general there are already magic that exists.
Oh my god.
I can't, man. I genuinely can't.
Do you know what its rating on Mal is?
If it's anything higher than a fucking 3, I might just quit doing anime.
It's non-existent. It's not on Mal.
Really? Good.
It is not on Mal.
Good.
A Crunchyroll original anime made to be one of the first in their lineup of Crunchyroll original anime is not considered an anime by Mal.
Good.
The rest of that lineup is in here as far as I can tell. Or at least a significant amount of that initial lineup.
Like the people who worked on it? Or
no, the other shows.
Oh, the other shows. Oh, good. Fucking good riddance. I don't care. Out of respect, I don't care. Usually I make a fucking fit. Usually I be fucking angry, but no, I don't care. I want that show. I would rather have that show be non-existent. Like, usually I'm like, oh, this show should exist as an example. No, I think it is better for everyone in the entire world if that show just fucking disappeared. I can't fucking with the show. I fucking can't with the show, dude. Fascinating. It frustrates me to the fucking living hell. Well, do you disagree? Because you've been on your phone like a fucking little 12-year-old.
I don't really disagree with you, but
be angry with me!
Here's the thing. I can't be angry.
Why?
I can't be angry at High Guardian Spice.
Why?
Because it's garbage
Yes.
in the least interesting way.
Oh, like,
it doesn't make me angry.
Like for you, it's just like a. I just don't feel. You just don't feel anything. It's just like it's.
If I were to watch it alone, without anyone else to have fun shitting on it with, my opinions on it are minimal because it's so poorly done. It's constructed in a way that I can't hate it for the same reason I can't hate children's art. Like, you know, that like 3-year-olds who like slap some paint on their hands or other extremities and just kind of flop on a piece of paper. I can't be mad at that. It's bad, but it's not worth critiquing. It's like, it's bad, but that slow kid from pre-K fucking made it. What am I gonna do? I can't really. It feels like bullying to bitch about it. Like, everyone can see it's shit. I know some people are really looking forward to what this kid is doing. I know some people are really looking forward, and some people really love it anyways because it's just so special to them because they've been following it since it was like incepted, right?
I feel sorry for those people, man.
There are people who have been following the work of High Guardian Spice since before it was an actual work, since it was concepts, since it was sperm and egg, and I can appreciate that they find enjoyment in their very slow child's art.
You know what's going through my mind right now?
It's just not really art.
You don't know what's going through my mind as you're saying all this. Yeah, you heard like you. I don't know if you've seen it because you're not on social media, but you ever heard like the kind of scary doom music? It's probably from some video game. I fucking don't know what it is, but it's the wah 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 da na 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 na.
It does sound familiar.
Like that's just what's going through. Da na 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 na. Da na 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 na.
I know.
Like, you know the tune I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, it sounds familiar, but I'm trying to place where it's from.
It might be like an older, just one of those like.
No, it's from something.
That's what I assume. I feel like it has to be.
Not a video game, though.
Not a video game?
I don't think so.
But that's just going through my mind because I'm just thinking, like you said, you just like it's like it doesn't sound positive, but it feels positive. So
that's the thing. It kind of is. So here's the thing. If I were to tomorrow go to my college campus and find the angriest, like, 6th or 7th wave feminist with colored hair who's overweight and hates their life and who hates men, who's like unironically like yelling
like
kill all men or something, and I gave them a bunch of money to produce something for me, and then I hired a bunch of other people, and they all kind of made predictions on what kind of cool work could come from such a creative mind. It's hard to be mad. I kind of got what I paid for when the end result is shit. Like, I'm sure you've seen the videos. I'm sure you've seen the clips of the fucking writer's room of the show. Like, it's,
I've only there's the video, right? The one that if you watch that show you should watch it. The like hour-long breakdown of it. Because I was either waiting for this podcast or waiting for me to do some type of video on it before to watch it. So I actually haven't seen that video yet. I haven't seen that hour-long video yet.
You should see it. It's a lot of fun.
Mainly because I'm like, I know that video.
There are a couple really good ones.
Yeah, I know there is, but I sat there and like, I know this video is gonna fucking construe me in some fucking way. So I'm not. I'm just gonna. I want my own fucking opinion, and I don't want to be super more aggressive about it. The only other,
That's fair.
The only thing that I had watched because it was like half a joke, half not, was the Absolute Unit video on it, and that was just funny. That it doesn't really like talk about the actual show. It's just like a whole funny joke. I'm like, I get what you mean. Well, that's like
it's garbage.
Video or the show?
The show.
Oh, show. Okay.
Just
The video.
Every 30 or 50 seconds, I'm probably just gonna turn to the camera.
You're just be like, the show is garbage.
It's garbage. It's bad.
My thing with the show is like, you know how like, usually you can tell like what they were planning, given like how like a show ends, or what the creators are expecting potentially, and like I can't assume that they were told they were gonna get renewed, right? And so my thing,
they must have. They left it on a cliffhanger.
I don't know, because usually you get that news pretty early. You get that news pretty early, and then like the cycle when it comes to fucking like animation shit like that. So that's my thing, and I'm just like, you looked at this and had the confidence to leave it on. Probably like,
all right, you forget a couple things about it.
Okay.
One, this project did it originate as a Kickstarter? Hold on, I need to see if I'm right about this, because I think it may have been Kickstarted.
Was it?
I think this may have been a crowdfunded project at some point.
You might. Yeah, I have a feeling you might be right.
Let's see. Hi, Guardian Spice crowdfunding. Got a grant for my cat's cat beer.
What?
That's what came up.
Got a grant for my cats. What beer? What? Look Kickstarter. Don't look crowdfunding. Look Kickstarter.
I don't know if it would have been Kickstarter. It might have been because of the repeated delays in production that someone tried to crowdfund its development.
Okay, well we can't find anything.
Oh,
what? Did you find something?
I found a Reddit page about it. Hold on.
Oh my god.
Really? Why are people angry? The money they paid was invested in this.
What? What? That's how fucking... Wait, what the fuck? What are you talking about?
Oh, actually, no, this isn't crowdfunding. This is...
Oh, it's pure like Crunchyroll.
This is people saying that they paid Crunchyroll subscriptions for the development of this anime.
Jesus, that sounds worse. Oh, that's so worse.
Oh. Okay, it seems to primarily be that people were mad that Crunchyroll needed to fix their broken website and apps before working on pet projects like this, and that they spent significant funds in the production of this anime that could have gone to supporting the website, its construction, its stability, and the apps.
You know what? I feel like that's fair. I feel like that's a fair gripe to have.
I don't see any evidence of crowdfunding in that.
Okay, so let's just assume since we have no evidence that just wasn't crowdfunding.
Yeah, I think that's a safe assumption.
Yeah.
From a quick Google, it doesn't seem like anyone's direct investments were wasted.
Yeah. So
other than the studio.
So what was your point with this?
Oh, just if it had been crowdfunded, that would be indicative of some real fucking just oof. Just like wow, can you imagine being a fucking crowdfunder for this and then it coming out like that?
I would have felt scammed. I'm not gonna. I would have sat there like, this is what y'all did with my money.
All right, so let's go through. What's your like top 5 complaints that come to mind about High Guardian Spice? Because there are too many to go through all of them.
Okay,
so let's just try and start with the top 5, and then if something comes to us, we'll go.
Okay, 1. We can both agree this fucking animation. Fucking
what animation?
Exactly. Fucking animation is god fucking awful. That shit is baffling to non-existent in this fucking show. Like legitimately,
so you say animation. To me, that's like 2 or 3 of my points. Like it's
for me, that's
like
just
art style, consistency in design, scale.
Listen, fluidity. I'm not gonna lie. These 5 points.
Animations.
Listen, these 5 points are going to have sub points, but Well, I'm putting it up.
Its animation is a problem.
All animation problem. Art style looks like that.
I don't think there's anything that they did extra proficiently in their animation.
I have to assume that someone looked at the cover, didn't open it, didn't read it, didn't fucking even try to flip a page of a how to draw anime book. Looked at the cover and been like,
I think you're wrong. I think all they did was flip the pages of a how to draw anime book.
No,
because these character designs look like they're stolen from those like American and British like how to draw manga.
Well, no, but that's the thing. I think everyone looks so bland and similar that like going from assuming they flipped through the book means that they could have at least come up with 2 or 3 different styles. It looks like everyone just had one type of palette. Like everyone just had kind of like the same type of just everything. Just that one was smaller as a kid and the other one was just the same height.
I actually think it's the opposite problem, that everything is so disparate and disconnected, it blends together because everything just doesn't fit. So like they use assets from different from like Shutterstock, and they have like a whole bunch of
to be fair, my thing is specifically focused on character models.
Yeah, well, I think it extends to character models that they kind of just kept throwing shit at the wall and didn't care. So like nothing really fucking feels cohesive at all. It's not that's one thing. It's just that it's too many nothings. Okay. So much garbage that it's basically uniform. It's kind of like when you're looking at a trash pile. You don't look at a trash pile and think of it as like the 500 things it is. You're not counting the number of plastic rings in the pile. You're going, man, that looks like a big brown pile of shit.
Yeah, yes.
So it looks kind of like one thing, right? But you're treating it like it's like one thing, right? Like there's only one design, but really there's no design. It's chaos all the way through, and that gives it the appearance from a distance, if you squint a little bit, like it might be one thing.
Yeah. Like I will give you this. When you look at it in like when you're selecting it and you look at the cover, you look at it, it's like, this doesn't look too bad, right? Because that was my initial thing. You look at the...
It looks like a kid show.
Yeah, it looks like a kid show.
It looks like it's trying to be Adventure Time.
Adventure Time for girls. Like, or some shit like that.
No, it looks like it's trying to be Adventure Time. Dot.
Yeah.
Dot.
Yeah, dot.
Yeah, he's like a pukey face emoji in the middle of the dots.
Oh God! You know when he's bringing up emojis, that's bad. That's because man fucking not touch any of this shit. Okay, second thing I have a gripe about the fucking inconsistencies, and every time I think about inconsistencies, there's a ton. The one I think about, right? It's
like which inconsistency?
So there's one that comes up to mind.
Like, are you talking about like in writing, or in like modeling, or like the size and scale of things, or like the fact that they'll say one thing and they'll ignore it?
Yes.
Or the character will have a tray and then ignore that tray. And...
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Just yes. So one that comes to mind, and it's that one that like you really think about initially, but you think about it you for a second, and then you're just like, wait, that's never really addressed. So there's a sequence of events that happens, right? We see that time. First of all the fucking names for the main characters are fucking stupid. Fuck you. And
I have a thing about that.
Well, we'll get to that though. So like,
I have a thing. This is actually a cute.
Wait, hold on. We'll get to that. But let me explain my thing real quick. So Time's whole thing, right? Her whole character thing is that her land is currently infested with some type of rot that's fucking it, and we see it visually in the world. Okay,
rot fuck.
Rot fuck. It got rot. The trees got rot fucked. But right? So far, so good. Doesn't sound too bad, right? We see probably one of two characters that I sort of kind of like. Neppy Cat, right?
Neppy Cat.
We still don't, first, a minor inconsistency in this inconsistency, we still don't understand how the fuck he knows how to solve the rot or how to do the rot, but we do see him kind of fix the rot from this tree. Okay. Fine. Few episodes later, we see the same tree half rot again. Why is it back? What caused it to come back? Is rot not fixed with magic? Does Nebuchadnezzar know that? Did Nebuchadnezzar get stopped? We don't understand. But Time's thing now is that she needs to figure out something, so she goes to get a liquor. Not liquor.
A liquor.
Sorry. I got drunk the night before. I'm sorry. She needs to go get a liquid that can heal anything, right? And that's another minor inconsistency because they use it to heal one of their friends. But then there's this whole span of sequence that happens with a fucking dragon that like is in an egg and is an adult and then flies and starts to die and then fucking dies on the floor and then the skeleton can talk and it flies into the sky, turns into fucking fireworks. That's not the point though.
Turned into a constellation.
Fuck you. Don't correct me. Don't fucking correct me. So she uses this liquid, right, to fucking heal the rock. More inconsistency. Shouldn't the rock fucking age if it's using that because the dragon died? Why is Rosemary still a kid? Shouldn't she age by, I don't know, at least like 2 years because the fucking thing is also an aging thing? Or is that just for dragons? I don't fucking know. Do you have to be submerged in the water to age? I don't fucking know. And then it pissed me off again because I didn't think about it until we saw the cat character. I forget her name. It might be Vanessa. I don't know. But when we see her...
Olive.
Olive. I don't know why I thought Vanessa. Olive. It was Olive. We see her talking to some flamey...
By the way, is olive a spice?
No. To be fair... Okay,
We'll get there.
I was like,
We'll get there.
Is Snapdragon a spice? Is Snapdragon a spice? Okay. Anyways, when we see...
I want to say yes.
It sounds like a spice,
no,
but...
because of tea. I think it's a tea.
It's a tea. Does that count? Does that count, though? We're counting tea as spices.
Probably, given that they're the primary spice of the spice trade for all of world history.
That's fair. I just need some logic behind it.
But let's see.
Okay. Anyways, any fucking ways, when we see Olive comes, this girl who, which by the way, she technically appears like the first episode and it's like never fucking brought up until like episode 8 or 9, which I wish they at least... Huh?
No.
What do you mean?
It's not anything.
Oh, it's not? It's just a random
fucking thing.
It's just not a random name. Snapdragon is not a thing.
I mean, it's a 50 million different brands.
Are you talking about... Wait, isn't Snapdragon a CPU processor?
Yes, it is.
That's funny. Anyways. Fucking... Okay, so Olive appears, right? And she appears next to the same tree when she's talking to someone. Why does the tree have rot again? So the fucking liquid doesn't fix it. So why the fuck is Time so upset when it fucking died? Also, why is she not back at the tree to make sure it's fucking okay? Also, if you're going this far and you know that you can summon a demon to make it help, what the fuck? I hate this fucking childish writing.
Oh no!
And the fuck what?
I think I found out what Snapdragon is a reference to.
What's Snapdragon a reference to? You're gonna piss me off. I don't want you to know it's not your fault.
The reason I think I'm right about this is because of the color of this beverage. It's a Starbucks tea that has dragon fruit in it. He's named after a Starbucks drink. Or sorry, they are named after a Starbucks drink.
Okay, alright. Okay, I'm good.
It is a generalized drink as well. It involves pineapple coconut mix, lemonade, iced tea, and 2 cubes of diced dragon fruit.
Shouldn't have. I'm not gonna lie. It shouldn't have. But it did.
This is the recipe from the Dole Juice Company. So, the only reference to a food product like all the other names in this I can find is is a Starbucks beverage
It shouldn't have made
that
me
has
that
been
mad.
universalized by the Dole Company.
Oh, it shouldn't have made me that mad. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know why. I don't know why it made me so mad. But it did. I fucking hate this show, dude.
Oddly enough, there are other forms of Snapdragon tea that are made from completely different things, like Italian bergamot and lemon peel,
Hey!
lavender.
Hey!
This one's a green tea and sage.
I don't care. We found out the origin. We don't need to go into deep of all the different Snapdragons. Can we not? Can we not? Alex.
Yep.
Come on, please.
Let's go.
Okay.
There's just so much about Snapdragon.
I'm not gonna lie. You're constantly looking at your phone. It's making me angry. Stop.
But it's okay. I'm just trying to find the history of
Snapdragon. Don't care. I do not fucking care. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh, this show is an abysmal fucking. Oh.
So that's trash. 2. What's 3?
No, I'm not done with the inconsistency part. No, I get. Do I want to? Oh yeah. Okay, no, I'll make it a third point. I'll make it its own point. Magic in this world makes no fucking sense. Or specifically, new magic in this world makes no fucking sense.
I mean, if you want, I could explain it to you.
No. You know what? Fuck it. Sure.
So, the idea seems to be, and this involves a little bit of theory crafting, but very reasonable. Like, I would say this is almost certainly what they're going for. Old magic is just magic. It's anything we normally think of magic. Incantations involving the sacrifice of certain materials. Like if you're in D&D and you're performing magic, that's old magic.
Okay, I think I know where you're going. I basically think where you're going in this. Old magic's just magic. New magic is magic tools.
No. New magic is I'll put it like this. Old magic is alchemy. And new magic is using a philosopher's stone. Old magic requires the give and take of different systems, and new magic requires a ahead of time sacrifice of life energy into a gem specifically in order to charge magic. As if it were free without the sacrifice of materials. When really the sacrifice is being replaced with life energy from some source. And the rot is what happens when you take life energy away from things to make new magic stuff.
If only the show could perceive that properly, or could tell that properly.
Listen,
it does a shit.
You know how I
job.
can tell that's exactly what it is, though? It's not because the show did a good job of explaining any of that. It's because it's like the most generic, done a million times thing ever. Done in all magic systems with better terminology across the board. Like in
the Fullmetal Alchemist, yeah.
It is the exact same principle being co-opted and deconstructed by accident into the worst possible, least descriptive, and least unique form it could ever be in.
I think the thing that I could at least exist with that, because even if I use
not you when you're hungry. Eat a Snickers bar.
This is a Milky Way.
Milky Way Midnight. Okay. You know why I love Milky Way Midnights?
You're not doing this to me. I don't care if we're not distracted. We're not. Don't do this to me. I love you.
They're the darkest and the lightest Milky Way.
Listen. Shut up. So the reason why I hate this system. I'm already here. I'm already heated. I have to.
I know. This exists to try and...
This is not going to help.
Cool the heat.
It's not going to help. I'm not going to lie.
Okay.
It's so fucking
So your point 3 is the magic system. You hate the magic system.
Because the thing that pisses me off the most about the magic system,
right,
is that you know what, I could exist that they left it at the new magic, old magic, right? Even if I use the thing of just they have magic tools, there's certain magic tools, they just put a certain amount of energy because there's a basis for that. Because we see one of the teachers use magic, they run out of energy, she grabs a new one, right? So the idea that magic tools are just tools that you have a finite amount of energy you can do anything with, kind of makes sense. Both of our theories can kind of make sense. Then the fucking professor decides to take his fucking wand and do this whole thing where he's like, oh, the strongest thing you could do is mix old magic with new magic. How the fuck does that make sense? How does that make sense? How does that? I forgot.
So
I forgot.
I was really afraid I was going to have to explain this. I'm glad you naturally brought us to it.
Alex,
so you actually came.
Alex,
you okay?
I forgot I had a Milky Way in my head.
Well, you don't really. It's kind of part of your hand now.
I ruined the Milky Way.
So I'm glad you naturally and succinctly actually came to the proper conclusion. You actually boiled it down to the confusing point. So the reason it's poorly implemented and poorly stated is because they set it up for it to be the Alchemist Stone shit, right? But then they take the expectation of that and twist it by saying it's a good thing and showing you an example of a hero using it that's supposed to be a purely good example of it and saying it's the best thing. Without saying why it's dangerous, why it's not dangerous. There's no additional rules. They've just muddled the point that they were making about why new magic is actually bad or dangerous. And they've muddled it without any counterpoint and without actually addressing the fact that that's still even the main plot line, because they supersede that plot line. We'll get there when I get to have my 5, because that's one of my 5. So we'll get to that. But
that's why I think the magic tool theory has to make the most sense. Because in order for you to realistically do that, they have to be magic tools. They would have to.
What do you mean by they have to be magic tools?
Like I said, magic items that are basically just infused with magic.
It's not items. It is very specifically just gems. Sometimes the gems are infused with a specific property, like they put a spell in a gem to make a super gem spell.
You know what the fuck?
The power for all the magic stuff that's happening is coming from specifically the gem on the wand. Or the gem on the... It's not
you know what
wand,
the fuck I mean.
It's like on a pendant.
Whatever item they're using to infuse the magic, whether it be the actual item or a fucking gem.
It's only a gem.
Okay, but you get what I mean though. That gem is infused with just a finite amount of magic, or a certain amount of magic, or an unlimited amount of magic, whatever the fuck you want to do.
It's finite.
Oh, wait, whatever
amount of life energy is put into it.
Yeah, and in order to do that, you just use that magic instead of your own magic to use incantations. That's the only way this old magic, new magic bullshit could ever, like, logically exist. Because it's like, because then you can make the story of just like, it gives people the ability to fucking use old magic, use magic, and have no magical powers. That's the only way, because that's like the only slightly fucking interesting thing, but they don't want to do that.
No, they do not. They do not do that at all.
Fourth thing. What's
something else that bugs you about it?
Why are Sage and Rosemary main characters? They don't deserve it. They really don't.
Why are show characters? Why is anyone a character in this show? What is the main character in this show?
Yeah,
is it just the characters that happen to be in the most episodes?
Okay, here's my thing with that, right? So there's Sage and Rosemary. First of all, Rosemary is a terrible person. They call her a hero. She is far from that.
Rosemary is as good a person as anyone else in the writer's room.
Yeah, yes. And like, Sage has her moments. I don't think she's that bad. But she has her whole story is just, I don't get, y'all fucked up with that. Because like, that could have been probably the more interesting character with the idea of like, oh, she's super into old magic. People bully her because everyone uses new magic. So she's like super aggressive.
Do people bully her?
One person kind of bullied her.
One person that's turned into a main character.
One person kind of bullied her for using old magic. So
and that the only person that did that is also her best friend.
You know, no, okay, well, okay. Hold on. I agree. I'm telling what I would have done, or like what probably logically should have happened. Where the person's against old magic because the person uses old magic is against new magic. Everyone makes fun of her because everyone else uses new magic. So they should have leaned to the old magic.
But also, does everyone use the new magic? Apparently, half of their classes are actually specifically old magic dependent.
Wait, where did you see the old magic users? As far as I could, like maybe Sage and one other person was doing.
They have classes that are specifically titled old magic.
I do not remember this.
Even past that, potions. They didn't magically create potions with wands.
If you have new magic, why have
yeah.
Back to my inconsistency point. That just made no fucking sense.
The gardening thing. The herbology class. Huh? That bitch did actually use new magic. Just why bother when you're also the herbology teacher?
Wait, what gardening thing?
Where they have like the animals, beasts, and stuff that like do things.
What?
You remember the slime thing that like dissolved stuff that she had them do things with?
What? I must have bought this out of my mind. I'm not gonna lie.
So this
is why it pissed me off.
A teacher, right? That teaches they're like in the herbology, like in Harry Potter would be the herbology garden, but she's like teaching magical animal stuff.
Is this the one that tried to kill her students with the poison?
No.
Sure. There's only one gardening class I remember, and that was the same teacher.
Okay, might have been the same teacher, actually. It's hard to tell because there's so shit.
Everyone just looks the fucking thing. Yeah, I know! What was... I forgot what the point I was. What was my 4 point? Oh, yeah, the characters. See, no!
No, it probably was the same teacher, but different class.
That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, same teacher, different class.
Why does she teach old magic courses and she's just so into new magic, except for she doesn't teach new magic?
Man, it's almost like the show has a lot of inconsistencies to it, doesn't it?
Almost.
But no, yeah. So Sage and Rosemary are just not... One is not a great person. The other one's not a great character. Like, at all. And, like, she's so... I think Sage kind of annoys me the most, because, like, at least Rosemary is just consistently bad. Like, at a certain point, I can, like, accept the fact that she's just a shithead, and she's not a good person, and doesn't learn her lesson, even after she, like, kind of bullies her friend, because just, like, I want to do shit. Which I saw some people, I don't know why, I just went this rabbit hole. Some people were just like, wow, Sage is such a... You remember okay, so you remember the fight that Sage and Rosemary had? Mm-hmm. And Sage was just like...
If you can call it that,
yeah,
sure.
If you could call it a fight. But, like, Sage was just like, you know, you used to be able to just enjoy my time while you wanted to be like this. Which I, like, maybe was, like, one of the only okay, maybe I could see your point kind of things. I don't know why I just saw people being like, wow, she's a cunt for doing that. And I'm like... Oh, she's a cunt for wanting to fight back at her friend, being kind of a dick to her because he wants to do the good thing and not be an asshole and do, like, bad things. I'm fucking sorry. Also, I didn't notice it before. Just a side note, the mixing is fucking awful for the show. I didn't realize until I saw, like, I don't know why, but TikTok says...
everything to do with sound in the show was bad.
Oh, almost everything having to do with sound was bad, and the fucking slime character is fucking awful in the voice acting. If it was just a better mic... I could see the appeal of having, like, a lazier sounding voice character, but my god, you're fucked up on the voice. Either way, not what we're talking about right now. So, they fucking on stage development. Like, she's just so easy into, like, new magic before, just because it's like, oh, well, your mom did it at some point, but, like, not maybe thinking why her mom changed her position, or why her mom may have, like, maybe there's something about new magic that caused her mom to go back to old magic. Like, they don't ever think about the fucking logic of what that is, and she's like, oh, well, my mom's using it, might as well as fucking, And so I come to the conclusion, they're not any better. Well, one, I think is actually significantly better, just still not great, and just, like, there's nothing to her. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know why this show wasn't just surrounded around Thyme and Parsley. Their story is far more interesting, and honestly, way more impactful than Sage and Rosemary's. And the only reason Rosemary's any more impactful is because we get the fucking cliffhanger that fucking her mom is in association with the fucking people, but in reality,
I'm glad you're already coming close.
what do you mean?
We'll see.
Also, pause. Whoa. Anyways,
What?
Pause.
Pause?
Yeah.
Pause what?
Oh, you're not. Okay, we're not gonna do this on the podcast. Like, I'm gonna explain to you what pause means. After the podcast.
It's pretty obvious. It means to stop doing something. What are we pausing?
Yeah, but there's a context to it. So I'm not.
Shut the fuck up.
Anyways, like Time Story is like 10 times more impactful. Like, this is hella mean to say, but boohoo, you lost your fucking mom.
Actually, did she?
Well, I don't know. I was. I'm fine now, but I definitely felt something was coming. I don't know. It might have been my sphincter. I'm not gonna lie. It might have been my fucking sphincter. Just fucking push that some shit. Anyway, I don't know. I don't. I have no fucking clue, man. I'm gonna be completely honest with you.
So that's 4 things that you really dislike about High Guardian Spice. What is your 5th and final deep-seated hatred?
Jesus, I'm trying to pick which one's good. Because I want to go to one, but I feel like it's such a weird one to talk about. I don't think it's the 5th one.
Hit me.
It's not the 5th one.
Uh-huh.
Don't give it a whole new name.
Uh-huh.
Because it feels so... Actually, no. Because I can add it into more things. The immense of gay baiting and just hand-fisted fucking like what we call it, like far left shit.
Isn't even far left shit. There's a certain point where I actually just went. I was like, I don't think I've ever seen something want to be pro LGBT while
like
being so anti LGBT. It actually takes a shocking amount of ignorance. So this is one of my primary points.
Like the biggest
is that like they just, it's like they don't. The staff seems like they have a lot of LGBT representation in the staff.
Yes,
as far as I can tell, at least by appearances, they seem to have a significant LGBTQ representation in the staff for this. So it's just so fucking weird to me how fucking tone deaf they can be about the LGBTQ representation in the show.
It's so fucking dumb.
It's actually so like they do things that are like anti-trans with the only trans characters in the show. Like, and
it's just there's just certain aspects they leave out
like they're
too
like,
that just don't make sense.
We need to make it obvious they're trans, so we're going to make them imperfect and also antithetical to the world and character building they're actually given. There's
also just things that just don't make sense. Like, I get if you want to make your own magic world, that's right. Like, you want to make your own magic world, that's fine. People do it for D&D and all stuff all the time. But, like, there's just certain things of just, like, this just feels so fucking forced. Why? The one that always comes to mind is a conversation with Rosemary, and I forget the fucking professor's name, the one that knows her mom. And it's like, oh, yeah, it's transition magic.
No. Transition magic came later. What you mean is when he says, I'm a trans.
No. I get what you mean. Like, but no, I am specifically talking about when they gave that name.
That's not with Rosemary. That's with.
No. They do it with Rosemary because remember, Rosemary brings up the fact. They bring up that conversation with Rosemary.
Oh, but then who's this chick?
Yeah. And it's just like, oh, that was me. And then they bring up.
I thought he was just saying that he was trans. I don't remember the trans magic talk. Okay.
Well, because Rosemary's like, wait.
Because
Rosemary's like, wait, what happened? It's like, oh, I used a thing called transition magic. And it's one thing like, I get what you're trying to do, but magic fundamentally already has the idea of just transformation. You can just use transformation magic. Why you gotta just call it like that is that is genuinely the most hand-fisted fucking thing I have ever heard in my entire life.
The real reason why it's ham-fisted and awful and poor representation of someone who's actually trans is that they live in a world with magic, and instead of making magic that transforms them into their desired body and mind state, they instead specifically built transition magic to give in-between, imperfect, and dysphoric results to individuals who can turn themselves into fishes and mermaids. They have, in multiple episodes, people turning into animals, turning into different species, no problem. But they specifically highlight gender and sex change.
Yeah, like it's two separate things.
And then name the magic for transforming sex after the in-between stage in what should just be a magic system with the binary flip. Like either, or check this out, they could have made this real easy. They could have said it was transformation magic, and it lets them, and here's where they could have actually built on their magic system. They could have said, back with old magic, we had to depend on transitioning our bodies from one state to another state. But with new magic, we can transform ourselves without having to go through the process. And then they could have explored the positive negatives of that. Like maybe the transformation without the transition had like negative knock-on effects. Like they were still dysphoric. Maybe they felt like their body didn't match because it was so different from
And I
before.
feel like that point should have been the conversation.
They could have done things. They didn't. They didn't do any of that with it. They said, thanks to the wonders of new magic, we can make imperfect transitions. And it's what we like. And they decide that was good trans representation. They decide that it was good to portray someone in the middle of transitioning, or with a aesthetically incomplete transition, as opposed to someone who fully transitioned magically and treat it like not a big deal, like a thing they could do.
You know what I also didn't think about? Well, first off, I already like. I also feel like another part of the Hand-Fisted whole thing was just the whole conversation with Professor and Snapdragon. That one was a lot. But someone,
the one with the Professor and Snapdragon actually feels like weird.
No, legitimately,
like it's like one of those conversations you have with someone on Twitter about being an egg.
It feels like that conversation. It feels like that conversation could have been with Kef. Okay, I'm not gonna touch that. I'm not gonna touch that. It was a joke.
Wow.
It was a joke. It was a joke. Abominable. I'm just digging myself into a bigger hole, but fuck it. But no, someone brought up the fact that like, they're just like, as a transgender person, I'm disappointed because even if you wanted to keep that conversation, you could have explored more.
Yeah,
like
you could have explored so many different and better ways.
One thing they could have brought up is like, why couldn't the professor just be like, say like, hey, if you like, also if you just like girly things, it's okay to be a guy and still like girly things too. Like there's other things that you could.
But here's the thing: you're forgetting the fact that the show actually hates people with male genitalia.
Damn, I forgot that. You're so right. You're so goddamn right, man.
Forgot where they actually just they go,
fuck everyone.
Hey, the only male character any of you guys like, by the way, we want to transition them now. It wasn't enough to make them an effeminate male, because it's not okay to be an effeminate male. Because they're an effeminate male, they're clearly an egg and need to transition now.
This is so like I can't, man. And this isn't even the point of that. It's just part of the actual story that frustrates me. Bro, why didn't you just let him go be a mermaid? Like, that frustrated me so much because it's just like, oh, I really want to be a mermaid. Like, why not just let him go?
Because then they would have been highlighting the fact that there's transformation magic that could be applied to this kid instantly and without consequence.
Like, you know how far more interesting of a B plot that would have been to explore Snapdragon.
It was supposed to. It's framed like that was supposed to have been the B plot.
Because they set it up in the beginning with that fucking whatever the fucking name is. Like I also
actually dress him like a mermaid.
I also like how
to be a mermaid.
I also like how one of the only male reoccurring characters just has a random like normal name like Carl or some shit like that. I forget what they call him. But they call him some shit. I totally forget. But like legitimately like.
I know you're talking. It's the little black kid, right?
No, his brother.
His brother. Oh shit! That's right. Oh my god, I forgot about that.
I'm mad I know this, but this show made me so angry the last 2 weeks. I'm so angry. I can make a whole video on the octopus at the beginning of the episode with the fucking octopus. Bro. Oh, no, you know what? Fuck everything, bro. This show does the most random shit to be random. I shit you not. There is a scene where they fight an octopus, right? Like this is the shit where I'm like, bro, you did not think any of this through. But it's also it's like one of the only 2 entertaining parts. Because it's one of the parts that made me genuinely laugh, but out of pure fucking confusion. Like, I couldn't think of anything else like because I just couldn't think of what to do. My mind couldn't think of what else to do. They fight a fucking octopus, and like. It's like a weird shaped octopus, but at this point, the show makes you think the animation is just terrible, right? Like, there's nothing like, it's just a badly drawn octopus. And they start fighting, they start using magic some people can do. Then Rosemary, give me a moment, this is the only moment Rosemary has an actual maybe cool scene with the fucking show that is kind of maybe not traced. But, but then she fucking cuts the thing, and the thing starts gushing blood. First of all, that's all that blood in that drinking water. That water's contaminated. That water is fucking done. You can't. That's like the beat. That's
actually even worse because remember later we almost immediately discover it wasn't blood. It's like oil.
It's like oil. So
we think it's blood, and it's revealed to be oil.
That's basically the whole like BPD incident happening like a decade ago. Now, from whatever the fuck that happened.
But you forget they can use transition magic to make the water slightly more pure.
I'm sorry. I didn't know we had Jesus in this fucking world.
No. They can make the water slightly more pure. Like, it's on the way to
fuck you, shut up. I get what you mean.
Transition the water from completely dirty, just partially dirty.
So that but that
the wonders of new magic.
It's amazing, man. But no, that fucked with me, right? That fucked with me so fucking hard. And I like
the teacher just rises out of the brain.
Yeah, no. So it fucked with me when they cut it because I'm like, damn, they just straight up just killed a fucking octopus. Which, mind you, they had. I just thought about this. They had no problem killing that fucking octopus right without fucking shit. And to be fair, we find out why. But then they get all sad about the fucking dragon. But there is reason. I'll give you there's one logical reason. That makes sense. Because apparently, that fucking octopus was piloted by the fucking teacher. We have no indication of this. Why does it seem like in this world of magic that's supposed to be full of fairy tales and warlocks and all this shit, they have a whole machine?
Yeah, it's clearly
like, what?
A robot.
What? That's clearly a robot. What the fuck? Like, you know what would have made so much more fucking sense if one of the teachers just transformed it to an octopus. Why'd you have them build a whole fucking machine?
Well, it'd actually make more sense if one of the teachers partially transitioned into an octopus.
Or just summon a monster! I'm pretty sure there's magic that's present that you can just summon fucking monsters.
There's a whole episode about it later.
God! I fucking hate this show, man! I can't. This show makes me so...
You made it through 5. You made it through 5. Now, I'm going to go through my 5. So 1 is I'm a big writing guy. If you can write a good plot, I'm down. It doesn't matter.
This plot fucking
sucks. Plot. This show treats plot like it's a suggestion. What are the characters and what's the primary character development arc? What's an arc? What's character develop? No, characters change midway through the season. That's it.
And you know what? It's fine if that's the case because there's shows that just do episodic.
No, it's not.
What I'm saying is that the shows that are just episodic. That if you just want to make an episode by episode,
name an episodic show that there isn't character progression in.
Psychic K.
There's absolutely character progression in Psychic K.
You sure?
Yeah, 1,000,000%. Yeah, he grows to be more one, less interfering, and two, more interactive with his friends, and his friend group grows.
Okay, no,
There's
you're
literally
you're
character development throughout the entirety of Psychic King.
I'm not gonna lie, I fucked up. I forgot I didn't watch Psychic King. So, that's my fault. That's my fault. Isekai Quartet.
There is character development in Isekai Quartet.
Okay, I actually watched that. No, the fuck it's not. It might have been more blind rage, but it's not.
There is.
No.
There are relationships between the characters that develop that weren't there before, and actions that take place between them that lead them to have different interactions in the future. That's
That
development.
don't matter at all because it's just
we're not talking about what matters. Character development isn't actually about what matters. It's
actually
just a transition of states.
Oh, so you're gonna pull transition magic?
It's about
you usually transition back in on this,
partially transforming into a future state.
Keep going. With
so they do a thing with the main plot though. Like the main thing from the get go is like what happened to Rosemary's mom.
Oh yeah, they don't address that for like half.
And the problem is they keep addressing it poorly. So at first it's referenced like she died on an adventure. Then she tells people that her mom never came home from an adventure. Then we are shown dream sequences and memory sequences that seem pretty explicit, like she died at some point. And then also they just pull the rug out from under us. They forget the plot about the impurities in the forest and the rot taking over. They forget about that and then have a plot twist where they subvert the primary plot with a Darth Vader reveal of like her mom working for the bad guys.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, the bad guys are just like the CEOs of a big magic company that are just in a city that some of the characters come from anyways. It's not a big deal. It's treated like it's a big evil land, except for like at least two of the main characters in the show just come from there like it's just a city somewhere.
So I know he's not going to get this reference, but for anyone else that's listening that gets the reference, the bad guys basically are Shadow Wizard Money Gang. They're literally a Shadow Wizard Money Gang. That's what they are meant to be.
The Triad.
That's why I said you're not going to fucking get it. That's why I said you're not going to get what I'm referencing, because
there's so many other things it's referencing with the name Triad.
Yeah, but this is current, okay? Shadow Wizard Money Gang. We love casting spells. Exactly. Fucking boomer.
Don't get you fucking kids these days. Anyway, so there's just a fucking awful focus on plot. Point two, character development. There's no real character development for most of these characters. And the characters that do have development, are the only things that are good about the show.
Like the only one I can think of that has any sort of type of...
You named her.
Parsley?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No.
Parsley has something. With appearance.
Yeah, Parsley too, but...
Olive? That's the only other one I can think about. And that's only because she turns from a good guy to like kind of like...
I actually don't consider Olive having any character.
That's fair. Because it does kind of just happen on the drop of the hat.
Olive is like the same character from start to finish, but her switch of sides exists. It's not that her character developed.
Listen.
Her character never changed.
Listen, I gotta take...
The show just wrote her being on a different side.
Listen, I gotta take what I can get.
It's not character development.
It's not.
Nothing happened with her character.
I gotta take what I can get, man. I gotta take what I can get.
No, the fuck is purple hair bitch with the axe names?
What is her name?
I'm forgetting her fucking name, man.
I constantly want to say Matilda, but I know it's not.
Why the fuck that ain't a spice? What the fuck, Matilda?
Well, apparently Snapdragon's not a fucking spice. So I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know. It's only like the other name I want to say is Esmeralda, and I know it's not Esmeralda.
It's not a real fucking name. It's like an animal product or something.
Let me see. Oh, like an animal product. What are you looking up exactly?
Trying to see what the fuck her name was.
Yeah, you just type in High Spice Guardian character.
I did.
Oh,
that's what I'm looking at.
Oh, I was like, why are you struggling?
Oh, also, Slime Boy.
Yeah, he's legitimately just called Slime Boy.
That's his name.
Knowing ass name. Could have been an okay character, just bad voice acting and just everything. Just everything.
Hey, you remember that smoke interaction, like the talked from the triad? Like they use like a method of communication where someone talked through smoke?
Yeah.
That wasn't someone talking through smoke. It's a character. Do you know what that character's name is? It's Smoke Face.
They have such a terrible naming convention in this show.
Oh, Jesus fucking
They have
Christ.
such a terrible name.
Amaryllis.
Amaryllis, there we go.
Amaryllis.
Yeah.
I think Snapdragon and Amaryllis are flowers, if I'm not mistaken.
That makes sense. Actually, no, you're right. Amaryllis does actually have like some form of development. Yeah.
Amaryllis has actual character development. Time doesn't, but she has that character switch. Like her character's just different in multiple different instances.
Yeah. Like she comes off as an asshole, but sometimes she's just like
Sage
nice
is the same, doesn't have character development.
No.
Instead, there are character switches that happen.
I'm pretty sure Rosemary downgraded. I am like
Rosemary has character de-evolution. Parsley has
she has like a
character stagnation amongst opportunities for growth.
Yeah, like she has like an arc, but she doesn't necessarily grow from it.
She has an arc. It's just has nothing to do with her character.
Yeah,
like as a person.
No. I get what you mean. It just more has to do with like it's more of like her family growing, if anything, and that is also just more of a switch.
I think the only two characters with actual character development in the entire show are Snapdragon and Amaryllis.
Which is fucking crazy. I would accept them as main characters too over fucking Rosemary and Sage.
They are actually pretty decent characters. I actually like them as characters.
I don't hate them.
I actually think
you know what I think my hate. You know what? Here's the thing. I think my hate for them doesn't come from how they are, but what is around them and how they're treated. I think that's my fucking. I think that's my frustration because it's also the characters that kind of bring up like decent points. Like remember how Sage is actually a piece of shit for this. But remember when Sage and Snapdragon
Sage is actually a piece of shit.
Sage is actually a piece of shit for this. But when Sage when they were both trapped, but Sage was just like, see, you can't understand because you're a boy, but like a girl's friendship is like so much stronger. Like you don't get with the emotion. You just don't understand. Snapdragon's like, you are so fucking dumb for like saying that. It's like just because I'm a boy doesn't mean I don't have fucking emotions. You're just being an asshole at this point. Which is like one of the only times I'm like, someone in the show said something fucking smart. Holy fucking shit!
Except for he's proven wrong later.
Oh.
when they decide to say the only male character with any complexity is actually not male.
So much. God. Just when I was about to give the show a fucking W, you were gonna be like, oh, never mind, it's a fucking L. My bad. Let me just
finally found his name, Jesus Christ.
Ooh.
So there is a list of characters that we genuinely actually enjoy. There is. We enjoy them.
Well, there's Neppy
some
Cat.
of them unironically, some of them ironically.
So there's Neppy Cat.
We love Neppy Cat.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't hate Parsley. I can kind of like Parsley.
Parsley's neutral. We like Parnell.
Oh, the
main little black
okay, no,
guy,
yeah. I think
Parnell's fucking wonk. We like Parnell.
I genuinely think Parnell was a fucking accident. I don't think they planned for that. I don't think they planned for Parnell.
I think it's someone in the writer room who actually knows what comedy is, because there's too much consistency with that character being funny.
I will say the times
it would be an accident for one or two things, but it's like every time Parnell's in the scene, it's actually pretty.
You know
cool.
what? I will say that the only time I may not like it is because I think it's just something weird with like just the audio and like just the way it's phrased, where it's like, you know, like I didn't tell you to run, I ran. It's like fucking Jesus. But no, the whole episode where he's like paired up with Parsley, and those two were such a good pairing. Where you see like Parsley actually being kind of smart, but she's struggling to do courses, and this fucking mad lad just jumping into danger and somehow just surviving everything. Like, you're a fucking fucking little freak, but I like you. Like that
Parnell duo makes things fun.
Like that duo, I genuinely like that duo.
Stuff that just happens in the background with Parnell. Like there's this one fucking moment, like episode 2, where like all of their like goals are being said, and his goal is just, I'm gonna protect ghosts. I love ghosts, and I guess people too, but ghosts.
Also, you know, for as I want to call this out, for as progressive as like, you know, the show is trying to be, or trying to prove that they can be.
It's really not. It's a regressive show.
No, I get that, but you know what I'm saying there is that when they wrote this, they, you know, I'm assuming they went in with the mentality of being like, man, we're so progressive for writing this, which I would have to assume. But there's a point where it slips in where it's like, I'm sorry, I have to stop that. What the fuck did I don't think I did this when she was like, what the fuck did that person say? Because that was probably one of the most non-progressive things I've ever heard in my entire life. And it's that scene where they're doing their confession was, by the way, that was such a terrible way to do that. You could have done it really 10 times better. But there was someone that was just like
10, like
a million times better.
We're talking about like factors of like 100 factors of 10.
I agree. Okay, but there's someone did some weird shit, and I feel like I still have to sit down and fully hear what they said. But I heard something just like that was super creepy, where it's just like kissing and something, and like I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck was that? That sounds like sexual harassment.
They actually do that a couple times with like weird sexual innuendo that just doesn't fit.
Yeah, it was just like what the fuck?
So now we come to my third thing.
Oh,
something that just doesn't fit. At the beginning of every episode, there's a content warning.
I forgot.
That says that the show is for mature audiences only because of intense violence, sexual content. Oh god, let's actually get the exact wordage up. I actually need this to be accurate because it's just so redonkulous to me. Hi, Guardian. Spice. Content warning.
Like when you first see that, right? Like, when I first saw the first episode, I was thinking I was in for some wild fucking shit. I thought I was going to be in for a fucking roller coaster. And with each episode, it just got me more visibly mad seeing that. Because I was just like, what the fuck does this show deserve a content warning for? Because I have no god earthly clue. There are worse shows that you want to give a show that has content warnings. Literally, probably everything Junji Ito probably needs a content warning, alright? This show does not need a fucking content warning. Hell, I am more willing to give shit like One Piece a content warning due to the fact that they glorify stuff like alcohol and robbery and pillaging because they're all pirates before I gave this a fucking content warning. At least you can make it like a extrapolation for fucking shit like that. I can't think of anything that this would need a content warning for.
Well, according to the content warning, the following program contains strong language, violence, and sexual content that may not be suitable for some viewers and is inappropriate for children. The content is intended for mature audiences only. They give it a TVMA rating.
I didn't notice that.
What would you rate? What would you rate this show if you were going to give a rating?
Oh,
like television or film rating, whatever. Because honestly, I'd give it like a PG.
Okay, well, legally, you would have to give it PG-13 because they do say, like, fuck one time, right?
No, I'd still give it PG.
Okay, no, that's fair. No, I'm not saying, like, you. I'm saying legally you would have to because it says fuck, right? Because that's how it works, right?
Legally? I don't know.
Because, like, that's what...
So, I think you're actually... I don't think you're correct. I think in PG-13 films, you're allowed one fuck is not the same thing as in PG films, you're not allowed one fuck.
Well, I mean, like, if you decide to have it, like, if you decide to add the fuck.
I think, even with the fuck, I would still rate it as a PG.
I know you would, but I'm trying to understand what the fuck that is!
I think I think the show would only benefit from any edits because of a PG rating as well. So that explicit fuck being turned into a fuck that doesn't technically complete would just make the show a little bit more continuous. As it is, the things that would make it non-PG are awful and stand out so egregiously that I want them removed anyways. I would rate it PG just to remove them. For example, there's like one episode where like all of a sudden crabs bleed red, gushing blood and gore. And it just doesn't make any... It's just one episode, never happens again.
I also have to was the octopus, technically.
No, the octopus is like... It's like blue and it's revealed to be oil afterwards.
No, it's red. Oh, it is revealed to be oil, but like... It's red, from what I remember. Either way.
Then that's even more. It's even dumber. Needs to go.
Okay.
Doesn't make sense for octopus robot to have red oil.
Also, said no. I will say I did find the little crabs cute. I just
look at that. One more step. I'm just saying we've said a lot of positive things about it.
Still doesn't change the fact that I still give this a 0.
We'll see.
You're not gonna. Alex. I've never been more determined
we'll see.
To give something a 0.
We'll
I've
see.
been more determined.
Number 4. There's not enough Neppy Cat, the single best character in the show, bar none.
You know what? Yeah. You know what? I'm also willing.
Neppy Cat needs to be in other shows. Neppy Cat needs to just appear in all children's programming.
That one I do think is a genuine accident. Like Parnell, I can see. Yeah, no, I think the comedic timing with Neppy Cat and how he says,
"Oh shit,"
that's a fuck. That is.
I just realized something.
What?
There are 2 male characters we like.
Neppy Cat and Parnell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There are two likable male characters.
Parnell and Neppy Cat.
Parnell, who doesn't fit any of the traditional masculine stereotypes, and Neppy Cat, who is only the traditional male stereotypes.
Nigga jacked the shit. Yeah.
The show's really bad. The show is it's really bad.
I like how you we admittedly we gave the show a positive thing, and you paused and was just like. Nah, it's good. You couldn't fathom saying anything positive for this show for 30 seconds.
My fifth point is that I cannot stand its absolute tragically awful coverage of LGBTQ plus issues.
Yeah, we've covered that.
It's not just that they're forced, which is pretty cringe as is. Not that representation is cringe. Forcing it really, really, really egregiously is cringe. It is. It really is. When you cannot integrate LGBTQ issues into any form of normative structure or entertainment, and you have to take breaks from your storytelling in order to
address it,
not address, weirdly and inaccurately and maybe even harmfully harp on the issues that you are trying to represent, it does nothing good. When you have representations that are purposefully being coded to be what they're representing without, not just without reason, but also explicitly to subvert any form of traditional logic or structure for the systems you're building. It's just actively bad. It's bad representation. Yeah. I hate it. It's really bad. It's really bad, and it feels really creepy sometimes. Stuff like it would be really cool if the shit that happened with is not Parsley. No, the trans kid.
Snapdragon.
if the stuff with Snapdragon was framed entirely differently, could have been really cool. But it's not. It's actually framed in one of the worst ways I've ever seen. An adult who is very not just open but very into suggestion of trans identity essentially indoctrinates a kid who already should have been written to was already written to be interested in this transition in the first place, instead of writing the character to approach a individual that they knew was open about their transition. Instead, they write it so the person who's open about their transition seeks out a child who may be experiencing any number of more traditional issues involving problems with traditional masculinity and pushes not just an identity, but pushes like
a lifestyle.
No, it's not lifestyle. It's pushing a transition onto someone.
Yeah.
It feels very much like the weird egg thing people do, where they're like, everyone is a trans and hiding, and we just need to coax it out of them, and they'll be revealed to have been trans all along, and it's not good. Instead of showing a valuable support system that could have helped a kid find the proper solution to their problem, instead the solution is forced on a kid without any alternatives being suggested, without any exploration of the issue in the first place. It's literally just, hey, you seem like you're not that masculine. You should transition. Have you ever heard of this thing I do called transition magic? It's just not a very good way to cover it.
No. Not at all.
Also, there's just really weird shit with some of the gay characters where like they like queer code a bunch of stuff and then like queer bait it. Or sometimes they have explicitly queer characters. Like,
I feel like they just want everyone.
Rosemary, or not Rosemary, Sage's aunts. Sage's aunt and her living partner, her living partner who isn't her wife, like are clearly they're clearly supposed to be lesbians, but at one point they say that they're cousins or something. And it gets real fucking weird, and I don't know why they didn't actually just say.
So, like, the thing that I've been coping with, because, man, I don't want them to actually be just fucking cousins, is that like, I don't know how the marriage would work, but if, like, that is your cousin, and they marry in, I don't know if that makes them a cousin-in-law. I don't know how the fuck that would even work. Or if they just call them cousins, and one of the things how, like, some people, if they've just been around long enough, they just start calling them some name. How I call like my stepdad, my stepdad. Even though
none of that is good for representing what should just be acknowledged to be a lesbian couple. They're gay.
Fair.
They're gay, and I don't get why they overcomplicated, danced around it, and never actually said it. It's just fucking weird.
You could have just clarified.
Like, they explicitly dance around it, and it's just fucking weird.
I mean, okay, I feel like, at the very least, I feel like that is... We can at least... Okay, my thing is, I feel like we can at least glean that they're gay. I just want to know if it's incest or not. Because I
don't care. I don't care if it's... I just don't... You know, and using new magic, you can, like, transition someone from being... from being your first cousin to being your third cousin.
All right. I want to shut up.
Not really making them not your cousin, but right. You know, it's better.
I gotta ask. We've gone through our 5 points. What the fuck? How are you gonna make me change my mind to like this show?
I actually think, if you're being honest with yourself, you enjoy the show more than you're saying. No. Specifically, I think it has value in the negative point spectrum where you ironically like things. I actually think it has a lot of ironic enjoyment where you can sit down with friends. It is genuinely fun to sit down with friends shitting on the show. It is. Don't try and deny it. We had fun shitting on the show. It was a shit show, we had fun shitting on it. 2, there are things in it that we unironically do enjoy. There are even character moments that we actually like, or that we could agree are not that awful. And 3, the thing is, as offensive and bad as it is, it's still not the worst thing to ever be created.
Not the worst thing, but it's definitely it's definitely the worst anime I've watched. Like, there's no way you can change my mind on that. Like, I have not seen anything as egregious as this. Neo Yokio was not as egregious
you have,
as this.
Because you've stated that there are shows you won't finish for ethical purposes. This show does not deserve a 0 if for no other reason than you thought it ethical to finish it. You haven't even given Boku no Pico a 0. You finished it. You didn't find it so egregiously unethical that you say that people actually should not, on an ethical basis, watch it. And you got enjoyment out of it. That's at least worthy of a 1 or 2.
Nope. I can't do that.
The
only reason I give it a 1 is because Mal won't let me give it anything lower.
It is.
I get where you were coming. I get where you were coming from.
I'm sorry, if you're being fair and honest about it, it's worth that second point.
It's not. I can't. I really can't. I really can't.
You can give Neppycat a 0?
Yes.
You're gonna give Parnell, that little short black bastard?
Yes. I agree. I agree with you. I agree with you in the sense that, fair, out of things that I have watched in general,
it's not the worst thing.
This is not as well. It's not as bad as Boku no Pico. I might be willing to watch Redo Healer over this shit. I'm not gonna fucking lie to you. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Thing is, you were able to finish this. You weren't able to finish Redo.
To be fair, you were also pushing me down. You were also there with me. I feel like I could watch Redo Healer with you. We could get through that. It'd be fucking. No. You don't think we could?
We can't watch Redo a Healer together. I'm not sitting in a room with another man while there's a bunch of fucking rape on the screen.
Okay, you know what?
Thing. I'm not doing that.
You know what?
If we want to watch it in the privacy of our own lives in our own rooms with no one else to assault with that shit, that's one thing. But I do not want to be sitting on a couch next to you while there's like a hardcore child rape scene going on. I like, what the fuck? I just sitting there going like, don't look into anyone's eyes.
Okay.
Don't. Pray no one walks in. Okay. Pray no one walks in. Pray no one is in the house. Oh my God. No, we can't do that. I cannot do that.
Okay, I'll retract that.
With headphones on your fucking phone, fine.
Okay.
I'm not fucking watching it in public with anyone.
I'm not gonna lie. I will retract that. Okay, I probably couldn't do. I'm not gonna lie. For a split second, I did forget how bad Redo Healer can actually get. That's very bad. So. No. It
starts with literal revenge porn on underage. It's bad.
Yes, no, it's.
There's a reason you couldn't finish it.
Okay, fair. Listen, my hatred blinded me.
High Guardian Spice my hatred blinded me. Does not deserve to be on the same level as that.
To be fair, I don't. I put those in its own category. Like the zeros. Like the 1 to 0 scale for me is like, these are bad, but like you can watch these and be like, fuck, okay. Those are ones where I'm like, I'm not even scoring those. Those are its own, like, that's in its own dimension. That if you want to go in that dimension, you want to exist in that world, go to right the fuck head, buddy. I'm not gonna be with you. That's not on my fucking scale, and I refuse to touch that. That's why this gets a 0, because that's a 0, and then there's that dimension. There's that dimension where Boku no Pico and Redo Healer exist.
It deserves a point.
No.
I'm not saying it deserves the world. It doesn't even deserve a 5. It doesn't even deserve a below average. But here, let's read what the actual definitions of Mal's ratings are.
Alex, stop using Mal, because I've said this multiple times on this show. If I could give it a 0, I could. The only reason I give it a fucking 1 is because Mal won't let me go lower. You can't use Mal because Mal won't let me go lower than a 1.
Listen, we have to use Mal as the basis for our rating.
No, fuck you. You want to use Mal for your rating. Go right the fucking head.
No, we actually should do that. We agreed at the very beginning of all this.
Fine,
we agreed that it was the way to agree on the measurement of shows.
Then you know what? It does get a fucking 1 on the sense of the Mal scale because that's at the low. And I will make a note. If I could go lower, I could. And I'm only getting a 1 because I can't go lower.
Would you say this show is average?
No.
Would you say it's bad?
No.
Would you say it's very bad?
No.
Would you say it's appalling?
No.
Would you say it's horrible?
No. It's an unironically travesty.
Okay, you have to take one of those.
Horrible doesn't describe the show. That's what I'm telling you. That's what you can't comprehend because you're looking. Because here you're looking at this. Here's the thing. You have this so you can have a proper visualization of what you get, and I get that. I respect that. This is why we have this show. What I'm telling you is that this show, genuinely to me, is so fucking awful. Does so many bad things that the good things are completely overshadowed by it. That everything it does is a fucking travesty.
That is literally the purpose of like a two.
No, I'm telling you, this is. It does not.
In order to be a 1. You would have to have literally 0 positive aspects. Or be so overwhelmingly negative in one aspect that you cannot watch it. That's what the 1 exists for. 1 exists for Redo of a Healer because it's so unethical to consume.
No. Like I said, Redo a Healer.
1 exists.
No. Those three shows
like
cannot be scaled on the
not
Mal.
A single positive
Those 3 shows cannot be scaled on the Mal. That's the only thing that they would have in common. And I will say High Guardian Spice deserves to be on the scale, but with a fucking 0. And those other shows deserve to be in a fucking room, in a penitentiary, tied up, and fucking analyzed for what the fuck they did. Okay? That is like High Guardian Spice. High Guardian Spice is a serial killer. Redo a Healer and Boku no Pico are people doing multiple breakings of the Geneva Convention. That's what this is. Fucking High Guardian Spice is, I was gonna say Tom Petty. No, that's the wrong name. Ted Bundy. High Guardian Spice is Ted Bundy, and Redo a Healer and Boku no Pico is Canada. That's what that is. They wrote the Geneva Convention more times than you fucking think, man.
Okay.
I know I'm historically right on that reference.
Okay. I think you're wrong.
And you know what? That's fine.
I think it deserves.
No.
I think it deserves, for me, a solid 2.
You know what?
It is horrible.
You know what?
But it's not without any positives. Those positives are so overwhelmed by the negatives that it deserves almost as low as it can get.
I think it's the opposite. I think while there are positives, it is so drowned out by bad shit.
That's what I said.
No, you said the positives are over. Oh, I thought you said the positives are overwhelming the negative. And I'm like,
no, they're
what
overwhelmed
the fuck?
by the negatives of the show.
Yeah.
It is, but the fact of the matter is, there are positives.
I think it's.
The fact of the matter is, you know what's sad? The fact of the matter is, if there was a season 2, did you hear that?
It's you.
No, it's not.
I heard a scratching, but
my feet don't touch the ground.
There's something over there.
Shit, I got rats in my walls again.
What the fuck?
It happens every fucking year. Okay.
What the fuck?
It's a thing. Oh, can't hear it anymore. All right.
Okay.
Anyway. I think the reason a 2 exists and a 1 exists is that a 1 literally cannot have anything good to it. It can't. And a 2 is something that's so awful. You want to treat it like it's a 1, but it technically has something redeeming in it. Doesn't matter if it's enough to actually redeem anything worth a shit. If it has it in it, it deserves above the absolute minimum score.
No, I am refusing. I don't think you understand how. I'll say this. Maybe give me some time. Maybe give me some time to really sit on the show, because it might just have to take some time. Right now, I refuse to give this show.
I think it's ridiculous. I have to fight for this show to get.
Man, it's fucking crazy. I'm surprised you're even doing this too. I thought we were gonna come in. Why do you do this? Why are you such a bad person? First, when you were shitting on fucking. Let's go back. First, you shot on fucking Yuri on Ice and made me fucking look at Victor as a fucking groomer. Then you go ahead and fucking shit on fucking My Happy Marriage. I forgot whatever you shit on earlier. And now you're here after shitting on Yuri on Ice, after shitting on My Happy Marriage. First of all, you don't like love and you don't like gays, which is why you're defending this show. Anyway, and I can't fathom how you can give this score. Is there anything on the positive scale of numbers? I really can't.
Well, if you wanted to do the positive to negative scale, I do agree it would be a negative. It's like a solid negative.
Well, I meant
3, negative 4.
I don't want to give it that, because that means that I found
that you found enjoyment
in the negatives.
How bad it was.
Really
you did. You found enjoyment in it. You're lying.
Alex, no.
You're a liar.
No, I'm not a liar. You know why? You know why? Because I'm so baffled.
You're lying to yourself.
You know what? No.
How much you enjoy this show.
You know what I can admit, despite it being bad and me never wanting to fucking touch to go back to that show and not wanting to finish it, that negatives were funny. X-Arms, because the one fucking scene of the dude going, and makes you laugh. Every single fucking time. Just see with all like that is fucking probably one of the funniest shit I've ever seen.
I think you're gonna
genuinely. This show, High Guardian Spice.
You're going
actually, I only laughed because I kept thinking, I am baffled that people sat in a fucking room for years. So announced the show was gonna come out in 2019. Let this come out in 2021. Delayed this show 2 fucking years, and it baffles me. I find it humorous that people sat there and let that product out. We watched the edited project. I saw a clip of the fucking unedited. They thought this was a good idea. They thought this was a good fucking project. This is why I give it a fucking 0. Because people actually fucking sat there and looked at it like this was a fucking good idea. How the fuck can I give something like that a 0 when you're so inept in making anything that is enjoyable that you look at and you put some shit like that? This is why I give it a fucking 0, Alex. This is why I give it a fucking 0, because this show is a genuine travesty of what anyone can consider to end. Yes, the fuck I can! Yes, the fuck I can! You're making me so mad! No.
Also, I think I've got more spit on me than I think your mouth has in it now.
I'm sorry, I felt it. I felt it and I tried. I felt it and I tried. I felt it and I tried. I couldn't stop.
You're gonna regret this. You are. When we...
No, you know what? No, I am so confident. I'm giving X-Arms a higher fucking score. We're doing it next week. We're doing it next fucking podcast after this. You better watch fucking X-Arms, because the next fucking podcast, that's what we're doing. That's how confident I am that High Guardian Spice is gonna be a 0 and X-Arms is being a 2. And you know what? If I actually hate X-Arms as much as I do, I'll give it a fucking 2. I won't give it a 1. I'll give High Guardian Spice a fucking 2. I'll give High Guardian Spice a fucking 2. That's what the fuck I'll do. I'll bite my fucking tongue. You're gonna give me a fucking heart attack.
If you think X-Arms is worse than High Guardian Spice, you will give High Guardian Spice a 2.
And you know why I know? Because though I already know this one aspect of the show I fucking love so much. There's actually one aspect of X-Arms I love so much, and it always upsets me that it's associated with the show, and that's the fucking opening. The opening genuinely reminds me of 2000 shows. Like Code Lyoko and shit like that. It's so fucking good. That opening. Okay, hold on. When I mean the opening, I mean the opening song, not the opening sequence. The opening sequence is trash, but the opening song. Oh my god, Rise. I know the song is called Rise. I can't remember if it was a band or the. It's so fucking good. I have it on my playlist. I never skip it because it's so fucking. Hello, I want it. Like, I genuinely fucking love that song. I actually like that song. That's already. That's how I know I'm so confident.
I can't wait for that song to be ruined because of how bad X Arms is for you.
No, that song. I still like the song. I'm just upset it's associated with X Arms.
All right. Well, we've got the bet on the books. We've got it. We've got. He's gonna fucking watch X Arms.
You forced my hand. I never thought I'd have to go out of my way to watch fucking X Arms, but that's gonna have to be the next episode. We've
been avoiding watching X Arms.
Yeah, because I don't want to.
Started it together.
I don't want to. I wanted to talk about something else positive for the fucking podcast, but you want to come in with this fucking trash opinions, with this fucking, your fucking stupid ass fucking, I hate you so much. I don't know why. No, you know what? You are a fucking contrarian because there's no fucking way you want to give fuck X Arms. You want to give fucking High Guard Express any type of score. You are a trash human being. I hate you. Don't touch me.
In good faith, you know that it's a 2.
No, absolutely not.
It is.
Absolutely not.
This has been Dweebs and Weebs. I've been Bug Fang. This has been Music.
Don't touch me. I'm not so mad at you. Okay. Get off me.
It's okay.
Get off me. Get off.
It's okay. It's okay. High Guardian Spice can't hurt you.
Get off me.
It's okay. Good night.